Right, we're going to move on now to a documentary which is on Netflix, and this was actually quite hard to find a trailer for, but I managed to find it in the end. So, Emma, can you introduce that to us?
Sure. So, documentary set in the US about out of control teens that are sent away to therapy camp. Here's a clip.
The 80s were a time when the world was changing. There was a deep concern that the youth of America was taking a wrong turn. You know, what do?
Steve Cardizano was a genius.
I think he was ahead of his time. He had this great idea.
It's called the Challenger Foundation. The kids are worn down until they're good again.
We're made better by struggle. It's a simple equation.
Right. Back the stocks. Throw tomatoes at them. Yes. Don't break the law, asshole. Right. Emma, you're the only one who's seen this one. It's supposed to be quite shocking, isn't it? I think it's an 18 certificate, this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember off the top of my head. It is like it starts off very run-of-the-mill sort of Channel 5-y documentary. You know, you think, oh, it's a little bit throwaway, but it is interesting, and like they're telling you about how it starts as this general camp where they take them on hikes into the wilderness, and you think, oh, this is just like a normal story. Like there didn't really seem to be anything earth-shattering that you discover, and it really takes a turn. You get to a point and the stories start becoming horrific, and I think they did it really well. They've got some of the people who went to the camp, and all through the first bit it is very down to earth and they're happy and jokey, and then they start talking about the really serious stuff that happened, and the whole tone of the documentary changes. Oh, it was hideous to watch, but you know, so interesting to find out about this guy who he must have been raking it in, the amount of money he was charging these parents to essentially they just turn up and take the kids. But horrific, like what happened. And you see a handful of the people that they've got on actually were at the camp at the same time, and you're obviously hearing about the stories from people going, this happened to me, that happened to me, and then someone else is going, the leaders made us do these things, and they were doing it to one of the other people that was like in the documentary, and the way they see it from, you know, their point of view is really chilling. To like, well, you know, I hope they don't hate me for this because, you know, I had to do it. And it's like, oh, this is very awkward.
They were only following your orders, General.
And it was so, like, really interesting. And I mean, will it change my life for having watched it? Probably not really. But it was very interesting to watch. Yeah, and so if you like that sort of, it's almost like a true crimey type documentary. Yeah, just a really interesting thing that I had never heard of before.
Okay.
So yeah,
sounds like committed viewing for the Reform Party in the UK. Right. So I think you're the only one who's seen this one. Score out of 10, Emma?
I'm going to give it a 7.
7.
It was a good watch, but very definitely trigger warnings in there.
Okay.
Might be worth reading up on it a little bit before watching it.
Yeah, that sounds like it. Yeah. Okay. So that makes, just based on Emma's view, Hell Camp Teenage Nightmare on Netflix a marginal hit. Okay.